Hello people, I'm Dio. I didn't prepare anything, but I felt like sharing something with you guys. And it's about mind. The mind. He was talking about mind, brain, and I thought like, okay, I'll share that with the guys. I think it will help people with this theory. I call this the theory of everything. I read a lot of books about it and about mind, body, and consciousness. A lot of people are sad or depressive, or they are looking for answers they don't find. And the problem is that these people think that they are the mind. But I will prove to you guys that you are not your mind. Okay, I don't have anything here, but I'll try to, to show. Okay, we have here the mind, body, and something deeper called consciousness. A lot of people they think that they are the mind, but we are not our minds. We are something deeper, something more deeper than the mind, than the consciousness. And this consciousness is connected with the source. Many people call the source God or something like that. And we came all from the source, and the source is connected with the consciousness, and the consciousness is connected with the mind, and mind with the body. We have this relation. We are not our minds, we are observers, the consciousness. And he was talking about the brain. Our brain is divided in three parts: reptilian, limbic, and neocortex. Reptilian is the reptilian brain take basic things like your heartbeat and your breath. The limbic is your emotions, and the new brain that only human beings have is the neocortex, and there are the thoughts. And a lot of people think that we are the thoughts, but we are not our thoughts. The thinker cannot be the thoughts. And when you give too much attention to the mind, the thoughts, you will be a little bit lost, because the brain, the thoughts, the neocortex cannot find some answers for some questions. You can find some question when you are in your consciousness, in your deeper level. And the brain has given a problem with that, with the thought. With the thought, we will create something called ego. And this ego will influence your brain to be the best parts of your body. And you will forget about your body and your consciousness. Your consciousness will become smaller, your brain, your thoughts will become bigger, and you think that you are your thoughts. You will forget about consciousness and body. What happens with that? We will not be synchronized with your body. A lot of people are sick or depressive because the mind and the body are not synchronized. The mind and the body speak a language called emotions. When the mind is so strong and with a so strong ego, it tries to take control and send emotions to your body that doesn't exist, like anger or fear. I have a friend that he had depression and panic attacks because his brain, his mind was too strong. His mind was sending something to his body. It was not happening, like fear. Because you feel fear, you feel fear when you see a lion or something, but you don't see a lion or something, and your brain sends the signal to your body because they are not synchronized. They are not synchronized because your mind is trying to take control. How to avoid that? We have to be more conscious. Your consciousness has to be bigger than your mind. Because the mind is just a tool. It's just something to control not control, but to be synchronized with your body and your body with the world. This is a door, a spaceship. It's a very long topic, but I'll try to make it short. And how to make your consciousness bigger? Meditation. There is a meditation called transcendental meditation. You can search for that in the internet, and it will make your consciousness bigger, because please don't let your mind be bigger than your consciousness and than your body, because of the ego. And how to identify ego? Ego wants to be always better or worse than the other. That's the way you identify. When you see that you want to be better, or you think you are better than another person, that's not you. That's your mind with this little ego. Or worse, no, that's all.
That's
this.
the time.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, well done.
Questions? Improvising. Questions about consciousness.
What's worse?
Huh?
You said, or worse.
Yes, for instance, a guy see a girl.
Why not girl see a guy? A girl sees a guy, like you.
Okay, well, let's do like this. And it was, wow, it's a beautiful girl, right? But I'm not so beautiful. That's your ego. Your ego don't want to be equal. Oh, it's a human being, I'm a human being. Let's talk. No. Oh, I'm not worthy. Oh, I'm better. She's not. No, I'm handsome. No, that's not you. That's not your conscience. Everything that's wrong, that's perceived, comes from your mind. In your consciousness, there is just love and peace, and everything that's good comes from your consciousness. And we have to get there. We have to make your consciousness bigger than your mind and body. I come from Brazil, and in Brazil, there our body are bigger than our mind, and mind bigger than consciousness, because we give too much attention to body. It's not wrong, but we have to balance things. We give attention to body. We are always giving this attention to dance or make something sports, or it's good, but the real thing is deep inside, beyond the mind. And we have to treat the mind like a tool. Don't give attention to mind so much. We have to go deeper. With meditation, we can do that. And also learning also. And it's very important for us, because a lot of people are depressive because they don't know that. They don't know that the mind is just a tool that we can control. We are the thinkers, cannot be the thoughts. We are just observers of this spaceship here. This is just a spaceship, a door to the world. That's it, I think.
Any more questions?
Yes, please. Any more questions, please?
Yes, so you were talking about control. This is something really that I'm really...
Control?
Yeah, so taking control...
That's something from your mind.
So
mind.
taking control, so how would you advise people who are really like control freaks, right? Like we all know these kind of people, oh no, I have to control every single aspect of my life, right?
It's not you, it's your mind.
How would you advise those people to like see the world, trying to see the world in a different way?
Go deeper, go to your consciousness, make transcendental meditation. Meditation will get there. You have to see your mind, your brain like a tool, not else, just a tool. You're not your thoughts. The thinker cannot be the thoughts. We are observers. And there's something very, very special about that. We came from the same source. What that means? We are the same. When you do something bad to someone, you feel also bad, because the same consciousness this person is in you. We are all connected because we are the same consciousness with a different body and different mind. I am you. you are. We are the same.
Okay, so my nature is to just play devil's advocate, so I'm gonna like try and be a little country. It's like, okay, so you're saying that there's something behind thoughts that is that's consciousness, and my question is this: is like, what are thoughts and what is consciousness, and is there an actual? Let's say thoughts are a type of cognition, like it's a sense-making process that is done by an organ, or a way of directing a body through the world, right? Like, what categorical difference is there between consciousness, which is also, let's say, some sort of sense-making process, right, and thoughts? Or, I guess what I'm contending is like, can you really say something solid about the distinction between those two things, or is consciousness just another type of thought, right?
No, thoughts are in your brain. Consciousness is something like you are an observer. Thoughts are made in your brain. Consciousness is something deeper. Consciousness is where we came from. Like deeper, that's in your brain, but deeper. Because animals don't have neocortex. They just have reptilian and limbic brain. The neocortex in animals are very small, or there's no neocortex. So they don't have thoughts. They cannot be logical like us. They can be emotional like. So, but they have consciousness because they have the same consciousness. Everything in this earth came from the same thought source. It's something like more spiritual. No, you cannot see that like, okay, my thoughts are my consciousness. No. Your consciousness is something deeper. And you can be free of your thoughts when you understand that this neocortex here is just a tool like limbic brain and reptilian brain.
So rather than like I think therefore I am, it's more like I am therefore I think, right? So it's like the being sees
yes, like we are something. Yeah, you are something deeper.
I feel like this could be an end of the question, but there could be a different conversation. Oh no, we should do a round of applause. Thank you.